Good evening. I'm Barry Lishawa. I live in Traverse City, and I'm here representing my family, my children, my grandchildren, and all the future grandchildren in this great, beautiful state that we live in. Here we sit tonight trying to allow this $650 million a year corporation to exist at no risk to themselves, based on this crazy easement that they paid $1,200 for 64 years ago. This easement, the number of requirements in that they have violated. This one woman asked, about why we should shut it down. They have violated the easement, and in a number of ways. First of all, the thickness of the pipe in the portion under the lake has been verified to not be up to the thickness that was required by the easement. That's number one. Number two, the coating, okay? Here we are 64 years ago. What was the technology 64 years ago in steel, the quality of the steel? It's open to any number of considerations. What is the coating? Line 6B broke down with our great improved coating, which was 15 years newer than line 5. And you know what the coating is on line 5? It's coal tar. This was told to me by the director of safety. I had extensive conversations with him. Coal tar. Now, is that a high-tech coating? And is this indicative of the low level of technology in this outmoded, obsolete pipeline that's risking our beautiful state and the health through all the water source for millions of people for this $650 million corporation? And what does Michigan get from it? They've alluded to loss of heat source for the people in the UP. Well, this LP gas that they get, they can get it easily. The pipeline doesn't have to go across the straits to provide them with the LP gas. The LP gas plant is already up there. Shut it down, be at the extent of the plant. And then this Marathon oil refinery, they get very little of their oil from this. As other people have said, 5 to 10% is kept in Michigan. But when line B, when 6B failed, Enbridge built a much bigger pipe. They have a much greater capacity. They were anticipating line 5 being shut down. They knew it was going to happen. And if we don't shut it down, when is it going to shut down? When it fails. And it's going to fail. And that's when they're going to abandon it if we don't stop them. And I just feel, I'm appalled that you have, sitting there, you know the legal ins and outs of this easement way better than I do. And why have you not done something about it? Why has Governor Snyder not done anything about it? What is in it for us? The only thing I can figure is there's money under the table. That's going to be the only justification. And there's been no public explanation of benefit to the state and to the people of the state. And this pipeline goes along the beautiful, all across Route 2 up there. There's so many places it can leak. It crosses innumerable rivers and streams. And nobody has even talked about these other things. It's supposed to have a support every 75 feet, which it doesn't. And how many people are aware of the geology of the straits? It's not a nice little sandy bottom going across there with these little supports supposedly every 75 feet. There's a huge canyon in the middle. 400 feet it goes down, and it's 200 feet across. And how is this pipeline supported 200 feet across this big canyon? Enbridge hasn't explained it. It's difficult to dive down there to see it. U of M can do it with their robotic mini subs, but it is not supported. And once again, I talked to the director of safety of Enbridge, and about the currents there. And what did he tell me? He said the pipeline moves 18 inches. Can you imagine taking a piece of metal and flexing it 18 inches over 64 years? It's metal fatigue, and it's gonna blow. So Enbridge has no credibility. They've had 1,068 spills on their pipelines. Line 5 alone has had 29 spills. They've spilled over 1 million gallons on Line 5. One of the spills in UP went on for 11 years before they discovered it. When Line 6B failed, they didn't report it for 10 hours. And the idiot that was running the control panel restarted the pumps on more than one occasion because he couldn't figure out why the pressure was dropping. And we're supposed to allow these people who don't even aren't even a business in our country to continue the greed that's rampant in our country, this greed for profit at risk to all of these people and all the millions of people that live in our state. It's beyond belief. I mean, how can you guys go home and sleep at night? Don't you have grandchildren? Can you imagine the pipeline itself at any one moment contains 1 million gallons of oil? Can you imagine what 1 million gallons will do? Oil spreads, the surface tension spreads it totally across water. There's no way you can clean it up. And the components of oil, benzene, there's all kinds of toxic components in there. It'll poison the water supply, kill the fish. There'll be nothing left of this state as the beautiful vacation land. Well, all I ask as I leave here, please go back with your comments, ask the Attorney General, ask the Governor, what is the benefit to the state? I sure don't see any.